No.
Camera, action, lights.
No.
We're we're
Why?
live, dude.
Always live. No checks.
Yeah, no, no, Jimmy. No, dude, I'm not talking about the lawsuit right now. Okay.
Did,
Sorry.
did you get his voicemail? I thought he left you a
I
voicemail,
don't
dude. My
know.
bad.
They're reaching out. They're reaching out to Pod Part Due because they copied us. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice. Yeah, we're dropping on the same day too. There's some contract. Yeah, that's off air business right there. We'll talk about it later.
Oh my gosh. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the film crawl. I am Sam, and on the other line we have Nicole.
Hello?
We can hear you. You're good.
Okay, good. I sound good?
Yep.
Cool.
Today we're doing Palm Springs. Came out in 2020. I didn't even
Ooh.
know it existed.
I
Uh,
know, I know. I had to like pull teeth to get you to watch this one. I'm like struggling over here.
oh my gosh. If you guys are new here, welcome to the show. We just shoot the shit on movies, good or bad. Um,
That's it.
that's all we do. You can keep up with us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at the Film Crawl. Like and subscribe on YouTube as well. You can watch them. We used to show our faces, but then, we put on Quarantine 30, so now we're not. Just kidding.
30 weeks running. We're still here.
No, we are gonna someday have the studio back. I hope. But
I'm almost vaccinated, so we
yeah,
can come over sometime.
Nicole, you got your first vaccination, so awesome. I'm scheduled to get mine, so
Nice.
we'll see when we can return back to studio. But thank you guys for watching and listening and following and liking and writing reviews, all that shit. Um,
We love to see it.
this is a good episode, I think, or a good talking point. And you said you had some stuff. Like I said, I came from this movie. I didn't know what the hell. I didn't even know it existed. I
I
didn't
know.
even
I'm curious to see what you think.
I
What you
didn't even
thought.
watch the trailer, dude. So
Do you ever watch you only watch the trailers for the action movies?
I watch a lot of trailers.
Dude, I
Um,
know. Those were the days.
yeah, those were the days.
Guess
Uh,
okay, guess how old Andy Samberg is?
man, like 36.
Dude, he's like 41, 42.
Is he really?
Yeah, that humor keeps you young.
We
Oh,
need to
let's take
laugh
note.
more, dude. We need to laugh more.
I
It's
guess so.
simple as that. Um, yeah, Palm Springs is starring Andy Samberg, and it has J.K. Simmons in it, which is awesome. And
Spoiler warning
yeah, big
for the
spoil.
sensitive people out there. I
And
don't know.
Cristin Milioti, which have I seen her in anything else? I'm trying to think.
She's from How I Met Your Mother, right?
Really?
Isn't she? I don't watch that show, but I think she's the mom, like she's the mother.
She is.
Hey, look at me with the facts. Who knew? That never
I
happened.
never watched that.
I didn't either.
And directed by Max Barbaco. He's done nothing
I don't
else
know him.
besides this.
Oh,
So
debut.
yeah, I think it's debut.
Nice.
With that said, and like Nicole said, we go in heavy spoilers, so we're just gonna start now. Nicole had a long day at work. We're grinding this episodes out for you guys. Next
Thank
week, I'm
you.
not even gonna be in the freaking state, and we're gonna record for you guys. Like, come on, come on.
Okay, don't brag. Don't brag. You got that hotel suite going on.
Oh, I'm already calling shitty internet on that episode, but
Yeah, that's true. Don't say that. I'm
gonna have to
scared.
pay for the internet upgrade. Um,
Yeah, got to get your little card with the password on it.
but thank you guys, and Nicole, let's go. You said you had something to say about this.
Oh, no. Well, no, I have a good question that sparked from watching this movie. So, me and my friends, we like to do would you rather questions. I feel like I'm pretty good at them. I
Uh
don't
huh.
know. Yeah, I don't think I've ever pulled one out for you, but here we go. Your very first one. Okay, would you rather stay in a time loop for one day and be able to do whatever you want, have as much fun as you want, and live it, but it's just one day time loop like this movie,
Uh-huh.
or live forever, so be eternal, but have the most boring life ever and you can never do anything fun.
But like, what is the definition of fun?
Well, so like you can go places and you can meet new people,
Mm-hmm.
but it will never be fun for you. Like you'll just be living an eternal life in boredom. Like,
Oh, so like
yeah.
I could partake in things, but I'll never get the euphoric like
Yeah,
sensation
or
of it.
like yeah, I don't know. In the world, man, this is a good question you bring up. Shit, people always uh pick apart my questions. I'm like, shit. But like it's just yeah, it just always happens that you're never in a fun moment. It's always just like,
Mm,
you're the guy in the office that's like, yeah, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna eat my frozen dinner again. I don't
damn,
know.
dude.
Something like, or
Ah,
just one day in a loop.
and I only got one day.
What's
You
better?
can't even like you got to think about it. You can't even get across the world in a day in some places.
Exactly. But I mean, you could fly to Hawaii. I mean, you would only be able to spend what, like 12 hours, depending on where you're coming from, but you can only spend 12 hours there or whatever. But hey, like, I mean, 12 hours in Hawaii is better than fucking 2 hours here in Arizona.
This
Shit.
is really hard. This is a really hard question. Part of me wants to say
You're welcome.
forever because I want to just watch the world burn, and then the second part of me
Uh-huh.
wants to stay in the loop because I'd rather have those moments than not.
I know. It makes you appreciate life, my friend.
Damn, I think I'd just go with the loop, bro.
You're
I
just
don't
saying that
know.
because the movie.
No, I think I'm gonna pick the loop. It would be so hard. I mean, it would
I
be,
know.
and you're not even really immortal, right? The world's gonna end at some point. So
I mean, yeah, both of them pose, I guess, almost philosophical questions of like, yeah, the world can end, or like in the loop, it's like, can like in this movie, somebody can follow you into it. You never know.
yeah, yeah, and that gets kind of
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what if we're gonna go into it, that's kind of what I liked thinking back on this movie. That's what I liked about it. Like, I think I said the same thing with WandaVision, but like the underlying creepiness, if you think too hard about it, it makes you actually, instead of being funny like this movie is, it makes you really go like, oh, that's fucked up. Because it's never really said how long Niles is in his
Yeah,
loop for, but it's heavily implied that he's been there for like
a long,
a
long, long
long ass
time.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, so that's really like that's scary to me. And the way they played that with the comedy, that's really hard to do. So that
yeah.
right off the bat,
I was gonna
yeah.
say this movie's actually pretty well written. I feel like, um, I don't
Yeah,
know.
especially with, it's hard to do like a time loop movie. I think people, it's kind of overplayed at this point. So to do it with an actor that kind of gets a lot of flack, I'm not giving Andy Samberg flack, but he gets flack for like being in like the frat boy movies of
Mm-hmm.
like trash comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I think that's hard to work with, and the chemistry, yeah, the dialogue, and just the way I think they found a perfect pair to play like this very, very like done with life, self-deprecating comedy
Yeah.
and like just kill me already. That's
Yeah, it was. I don't know, dude. You bring up a really good point about Sandberg because I was when you told me he's in it, right? I was like,
uh-huh.
great, it's gonna be fucking like Brooklyn 99, like he's gonna.
Yep.
But he actually acts really well in this. Like, he's a good actor. I
Yeah.
he didn't bring the jokes. I don't. Some of them kind of had the 99 like I don't know mannerism, but he didn't bring them. The
Mm.
way he did his lines, it wasn't like word for word or he just sounded different. Even like he even sounds
Yeah.
different. So, I think he did really well, and I actually enjoyed it more because when I started like realizing he wasn't gonna be like that, I was like, wow, this is
Mm.
actually you know, it's fun to, we always talk about it, it's always fun to see someone do something else. And even though
Yeah.
it's not fully there, but he is acting. He's not just in his 9-9
Yeah,
form.
he's not like making those like stupid fart faces,
Yeah,
like where he
yeah.
puts his teeth on his lips or something. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And
that's what I
yeah.
appreciated that about him in the movie.
Yeah, and then like the moments where that does come up. So there's like little parts. So like the part where he first brings Sarah, right? Yeah, Sarah
Yeah.
into the time loop where she follows him because he got struck by an arrow. Like that part was kind of over the top, but
Mm,
also again it has that underlying creepiness of like, well, what the fuck is going on?
yeah.
And I think that was just played perfectly. And we've talked about it here before that when comedy does that, it's really good, and
Yeah.
it's I like it a lot. It's really fun.
I enjoyed this film a lot. I think there's, you know, it is a time loop, so it can feel reused or recycled,
Yeah.
but I think this stands on its own. It's really good. It'd be like, you know, Looper stands on its own for like a time movie for
God about
action,
Looper.
action and stuff, but this is like comedy. So I think this is a really well done movie, and I actually liked it a lot. And down in Sarah's a great actress too. You were
I
right. You're
know.
right though. They played off each other really well.
Yeah, and I usually don't like her type of character, like the trope that she plays of like the outcast sister that's just like, well, everybody fucking hates me anyway, so I'm just gonna drink my life away and
Hmm.
do whatever the fuck I want. And that, I mean, that is kind of one thing that I disliked, or that I didn't really like, when they brought out the whole plot line of like I slept with your brother, like my
Yeah,
brother-in-law.
yeah.
It's like, come on, we were doing such new things and we were doing so good with it, like why bring that into it? But yeah, so I just I think I the dialogue and the acting, it made me look past like the character trope that I always dislike, and I actually liked watching her.
I don't understand how I didn't see that coming. Was I the only one? Like,
Uh,
because they played her waking up multiple times and the shower's running, right? So like the whole time I was
yeah.
like, who the fuck is in her room? Like I
I mean,
was.
it it took me a while. Like it took me until they did when they started zooming in on the door,
Mm,
and then like she would wake up and then you would just hear something or look out the window, and slowly they started showing you more of the room,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and jump set with like clips of the guys getting ready or whatever. So it took me a while to catch on to it, but I think I didn't want to believe that that's where they were going. I was like,
Yeah.
no, like, come on, no.
Yeah,
But that's also like really fucked up.
I know. I was gonna say you didn't like it that much, but I kind of, because of the way the movie is and like the humor in it. Um, I'm not saying that's funny, but like the way like it's deprecating, self-deprecating. So, I think it fit her, like, I guess you could say her growth or her character development a little bit more. I'm
Right.
glad they did it, but they didn't like it. I was kind of like, what the hell? Because it was pretty late in the movie when they did this.
Yep. When they
So I was,
introduced it,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm like, what? Like, is this just gonna be like weird drama? But they kind of just like used some jokes out of it and
Mm.
and kind of strayed away from it, and got into this ultimate goal of um figuring out how to get out, which, by the way, I
Yeah.
don't really like. I don't. Yeah, the
Oh.
final third is so fast. It is so fast. And when the movie ended, I kind of didn't even feel like the movie was ending. Like, I didn't feel
Okay.
like we did enough in the movie to end it. I don't even know how that makes
So like
sense.
it wasn't earned, do you feel?
Yeah, like it was just seems so simple, right? Just learn fucking quantum
Hmm.
physics.
Well,
I don't know.
okay, but
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
that's like a question that's like, again, when you think about it, that's what I have actually talked to Cameron about this, but like, how long do you think it took her for her to learn quantum physics enough
Yeah,
to, like, because so me personally, I think it would be believable if it was 5 years, 3 to 5 years, because she's doing it every day and that's all she's doing.
yeah. I would say in multiple years. I would say 5 minimum.
Yeah, okay.
Minimum.
Yeah, and then like when she meets Niles again, he's like, "You've been gone for like a
Yeah,
really long
and
time."
that kind of they didn't do a good job, I think, in telling you how long it was. Um,
But
be-
did they need to? You really think they needed to?
no, but it would have like been like a little bit more like empathetic to Niles when he's like crying and like going through all that shit, you know? Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's been like 5 days,
You
but
okay?
you know,
Well, see, to me, that was kind of answered. Like the sympathy comes from when Niles visited Ralph or Roy, J.K. Simmons' character. When
okay,
he goes to
yeah,
his house and they have that conversation, I that was one moment where I was like, they've really been in here for a really long time, and it's like not fun anymore.
yeah,
And I kind of felt the emotion from that scene. And I thought that scene was really well placed. And I thought that was a really cool way to have like a heart to heart with like your enemy, right? That
mm-hmm,
was pretty cool. But also be like, yeah, like we've both been in here and it's this something new has happened. And so now there is hope. And so you have one side of like there's hope and love with Niles. And then with
mm-hmm,
Roy, it's kind of like I'm over it. I don't want to do this anymore. I've just accepted where I am.
yeah. No, I agree. I think that was a really good scene between them. And again, I'm gonna just say Sandberg did a good job. Like I think J.K. Simmons is a great
Yeah.
actor, um, so he could play that, but it's just different for me. I don't watch a lot of Andy Samberg besides like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so
Yeah.
and Lonely
I
Island.
mean, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Um, yeah, I watched a lot of those videos when I was like a teenager. This no, that explains a lot.
um,
So
I love that scene, and then I love how it ends, where he's like, "Okay, just kill me. I don't want to go through traffic." Just
I
freaking
know,
drops him with an arrow in his backyard.
dude. My favorite. So the jokes in here are so funny. My favorite one is towards the end when he's like he goes back to the goat guy
Uh-huh.
and he's like he starts like you met a woman and like basically saying I'm your son and the
Yeah.
guy
Oh
was
yeah.
like I knew it.
Yeah.
So fucking funny.
Just
I
randomly.
loved that. And that you know what? That felt so like Sandler, like Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
Like but I don't know, it really fit in the moment and I guess it was a callback because I kind of grew up on Adam Sandler movies. I don't know, it just felt like a callback almost. It was just really funny.
Yeah,
I
that
like
was
that little moment.
that was funny. He's like, I need a ride.
Yeah. I'm your
Oh,
son. Oh yeah,
I
I'm like
guess
12.
I
I'll
guess
laugh at
the
anything.
girl or the guy that Sarah's talking to on like what she's learning, quantum physics or whatever,
Yeah.
is like an actual like quantum physicist who wrote some like really famous stuff on an idea like this.
Directors always got to do that, man. Anytime quantum physics is like introduced, they're like, get the professional in here. Like we got to get him on the line.
Dude, I would
It's,
too. I would
but
be like,
that's just really funny.
he could take my pay for this movie. I want it to be great.
Yeah.
Like,
Looking at you, Nolan.
yeah, Nolan, bro, respect, dude.
Nolan created his own language. Save
Oh my god.
another episode.
Do you? So I don't know. To me, my major dislike was like when it ended. I almost
Hmm.
like you said. I just felt like we earn it? It was just kind of too easy in my eyes.
Okay.
I didn't feel like I guess the movie didn't come up with a big enough obstacle. I know the obstacle is like literally they
Hmm.
can't get out, but it just didn't seem like it took the work, and I think maybe just because Sarah was the only one doing it and she just did everything, and he didn't have any part in it. And
Yeah.
remember, a majority of that time we're watching his side, and she's just off camera. So, it
Yeah.
just kind of feels weird. And she comes back and she's like, "I did it," and then it's like, we're done. So,
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense actually. That's a good point. Because I think what they tried to do at the end, which I mean, this was given as a romantic comedy,
mm-hmm,
like
mm-hmm,
they were falling in love, but I think what they try to do at the end is like have the conflict be them being apart and like him missing her.
yeah,
And I mean, I don't think it was like a miss, but yeah, like it definitely could have been done in a better way. Because like you said earlier, like Samberg was a really great actor, and like when he was sad and those emotions, it felt more real, and I think that's because he's like a real guy. Like you can know him
mm-hmm,
in real life, like he's a friend, and I kind of saw myself in like him and being kind of done, just like, oh, I'm comfortable with what this loop has given me. What's the point of trying to get out?
yeah,
And that was portrayed very well, but then the conflict was, okay, well, now I'm in love. What do I do with that? And it like you said, it was just kind of rushed towards the end, and so there wasn't enough resolution between them. It was just kind of like, well, either you come with me or you don't, and I'll be here at midnight on this day. If you're not there, then I'm gone.
yeah. And she loves him, right? So,
Yeah, I think she was
sh
afraid to call it love. Like she didn't want to say
yeah,
that.
but she also says some stuff that just like me, like when he's freaking out when they're at the cave.
Yeah,
It didn't feel like she loved him.
it didn't. Yeah, at the
Yeah,
end, it didn't.
yeah. So I was kind of like, this is weird. Like I was like, did he get played or what? But
That was the vibe. You're right. That's sad.
yeah, she said, I forget the line, but she said something. I was like, oh God, she does not like it. Like she's gonna like break up with him while they're going out or some weird shit. Like
Yeah, like when they were in the bedroom, right? When she was
yeah,
talking to him in the bedroom. Yeah, yeah. She like went in on him. I was like, fuck,
yeah. So that part,
leave man's alone.
I was like, is this gonna like churn at the end? And
Yeah.
maybe they break up while they're blowing up, right? Like that would be like, I feel like that
Oh
would fit
my
the vibe of this
god.
movie.
Oh
But
my
then
god.
but then they get out, and he's like he's sad, but he's respects her still
Hmm.
because like she got him out, and he
Oh, you're
thinks,
saying like only one of them made it out?
no, I'm saying
I
they
mean,
both get out, but
oh, okay.
I'm just saying she like used him in there would have been different. I
Dude,
thought
don't
that was gonna
say
happen. I'm
that.
just saying I thought that was gonna happen because the way her lines were towards the end. I was like, what the fuck? Who would say that to someone? You say you love them, but um,
Yeah, tell me about it. I felt that in my heart, dude. That was deep.
yeah.
What you just said, that makes me think about the movie in a different way.
Well, imagine if that happened.
Yeah.
It'd be way different. Oh, it'd be.
Yeah. Well, and you know me, I love relationship movies,
Hmm.
and I think this this was more so a comedy, but it was a cool way to do a relationship movie that
Yeah.
was more this sounds silly, but like more relatable.
Yeah.
Um, and I think what it does well, and I don't know if this was the intention because I really don't know when they started filming or when this was written, but it came out during quarantine, right? So it came out during a time where we were all like rethinking like what have we done with our lives, and every day kind of felt the same. So
Yeah. Yeah.
just to have that relatability of like, well, here I am, like what do I do with it?
That's true.
I thought that,
That's
yeah,
very
that
true.
hit different, Nicole's famous quote. But I gotta put that on a t-shirt. But
Oh my god.
yeah,
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 I think you're
yeah.
totally right. I didn't even think that it came out during COVID because last year never existed to me. So
I know it was a blur, huh?
But you're totally right. I mean, that makes 100%, makes sense. And I think it makes sense for the location they chose for this. But um, I mean, it came out in like the summer, so some of it had to have been during COVID. I feel like, but maybe I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how early they shoot nowadays. Um,
Well, that's actually, and it like I think the first time I watched it, it was like right before your wedding.
oh,
So
okay.
it felt I maybe and yeah, my mind is just it's way too in its feels, but like just yeah, I don't know. It was weird. Like seeing the wedding happening and just like it put me in a different space, I guess. And
You're
I
like,
that
damn,
that's
I'm gonna be in a loop at Sam's wedding.
exactly. I was like, I'm pretty sure I watched it, yeah, right, like a few weeks before your wedding. I'm pretty sure. But like the wedding was outside and it was
Mm-hmm.
like in a, like desert-esque area. Yeah, and
No, yeah, I don't know. I liked your question at the beginning, and I think I'm still gonna stick with freaking the loop. I'd rather
you
be in
said
the
the loop, huh?
Yeah, I'd rather be in it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I would go with the loop as well. But yeah. Okay, how do you think the movie would have been different if, he Niles stayed in the loop and then never went to meet Sarah and she just made it out? Like, how do you think that would have gone off? Like, do you think there would have been a scene where she comes back to the area and it's like deserted or something? Or like, oh yeah, that wedding, or no, it was her sister's wedding, so I guess that wouldn't make sense. But
Mm,
that I guess that was one thing that is kind not confusing, but if you really think about it, like how what kind of timeline are they in? And this is where I always get with time
oh
movies. Like
God.
I probably sound stupid, but it's like so Niles has been there for however fucking long. He's been there a long time.
Mm-hmm.
There must be alternate timelines because those people are in that loop with him, yet they're not in that loop, right? They go beyond it. He's the only one who remembers and wakes up day after
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
So like,
No,
how does that work?
they talked
That's
about it.
weird.
They like mentioned it. He's like, we don't really know. Like, we could either be dead, or
Oh.
we're in a different timeline and our bodies are moving forward and we're just stuck here. And I think I
Oh,
took it that
oh, that's
way.
right.
I took it
I
that
remember
way.
that.
I think I'm gonna go with that approach because it makes the most sense. Like, what is he like? Just like going through life without a brain, basically, in the other way.
Exactly.
So I think it's just multiple timelines, and yeah, I buy it. I mean, whatever. Um,
Yeah.
and this
Yeah,
is just the loop that they're in. So
man. I guess. I
at least he's in
if
a
you
loop at a wedding, though, right?
exactly, I was gonna say if you're in a loop, at least there's lots of people in it, and like, yeah, it's a wedding.
Imagine you get stuck in
Kind
your
of
loop and it's your 9 to 5 job.
exactly. No. Oh my God, that would suck. Yeah. So
What's way different about this, or not way different, but what's different about this movie is that they remember everything before.
yeah, yes.
If I go
Um,
through the loop with you in one day, I know everything we
yeah,
did yesterday,
yes.
even though it's the same day. So that's different, and that's what I'm making the distinction when I made fun of you about. Oh, is this just another 51st Dates movie?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, in that movie she didn't remember, but yeah, I
right.
know, right?
So that's what's
But
kind of different. So they can outsmart it eventually.
yeah, but at the end when they're floating in the pool and he like mentions his dog, doesn't he say like I think so? Like almost like he doesn't remember. When he was like, "Oh yeah, I got to check on my dog." And she was like, "You have a dog?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think so."
Yeah, I don't know
Did
how to
that happen?
take that because they get out and he's been in there for so long, dude. It has to be forever. and
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's just like he's either saying it's either like him lying to himself that he has a dog because he's just making stories up in the loop, right?
Mm.
And he doesn't really
Oh
remember
yeah.
what's reality, right? He doesn't know what's reality anymore because he's been in there for so long. So
Yeah.
I kind of take it as that, like he just doesn't know.
Okay, yeah, and like that's his brain has done this for so long. It's kind of like he's breaking out of that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Whoa. That's deep.
because
Take
if you're in the
Paul.
loop and someone asks you that, you can make whatever you want up because they're never gonna see it. You're never gonna see it.
Yeah,
So it's just kind of like
true.
it's whatever. So I think that's how I was taking it, and yeah, it's kind of like his moment of like, oh shit, like, t-
Yeah.
do I? What do I have? He didn't even know where he
That's
worked. He
yeah.
didn't even know if he banged her before or not. Like
Well,
the dude's
oh
been
yeah,
in
they
there.
did. They did. That's right. They did.
They did, but he said he had sex with her before.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I thought like in the movie that we watched, we didn't see that. I forgot that we
Oh,
saw them have sex. Yeah. Right, in the tent? In
yeah,
the
yeah.
when they were camping?
When they were on
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
shrooms.
Yeah.
This
I
movie
mean,
has really
shit.
good, montage sequences. Um,
Ah, yes. Yes, I was gonna say that too.
I
Yeah,
was
I love
laughing so
them.
hard at like the airplane when they just crash it.
Oh my God. Or like getting tattoos.
Yeah. So that was
Again, it's relatable. Like I would do that shit. Like
yeah.
just put a penis tattoo on me. I don't give a shit.
Whatever. Fuck it. Then you get out of the loop and you have it.
I that would be my luck. I would do some shit like that.
Oh man. So, do you think it deserved anything else towards the end, like another scene with them, or
Well, did you see the end credit scenes?
what? What do you mean? Dude, did
Dude,
the Marvel
you didn't
shit on us on this movie?
did the Marvel. So the what was the last scene you saw?
Okay, I did see J.K. Simmons go back, and he realized that they actually got out. That was a good. That was a good one.
Okay, yeah, when he was talking to Samberg.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I meant
Yeah,
between
yeah, yeah.
Samberg and her and Sarah. Like, do you think we deserved something else other than just them in the pool and then the people come home?
Um, no, I think that scene kind of like captures the whole movie. Like, I don't think their relationship is something permanent. I think it was they needed each other
Mm,
in there and they got each other out. Like I really don't see them going much. I see them staying really great friends. And I think that scene captures it perfectly because it's like the yeah, like I don't know, they kind of talked about like not being stuck or one of their, deeper moments was like the kind of people we were before being stuck in this loop, like we were terrible people.
yeah.
And like being comfortable with that, I think that this scenario taught them more about themselves, I guess. But yeah, I don't think they need each other like outside of this. And maybe I'm negating the whole movie by saying this. But yeah, I think that scene captures it perfectly. I personally don't need like what are we gonna get? Like a scene with them, another montage scene of like them doing fuck shit out in the world, like in Vegas or something like
Yeah.
that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I want to see like a time jump or something, but
Yeah. Like I thought that was a really cool joke to bring to end on of like, well, I guess they get back the seventh,
yeah,
or
cuz
whatever it was.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
cuz
really
they
funny.
just found wherever everything was empty or like places to hang out with on that day.
Yeah. And it didn't leave us open-ended. It was like, oh yeah, this family comes back. So it's like they did make it out for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, cuz
And
when that
yeah.
scene started, I'm like, okay, there's no clear indication
Yeah.
if they made it out or anything. Um,
Yeah.
and then they had that part, so that was a good way to end it, subtly but get the point across and still get
Or
the
like,
joke.
it would have been cute if like it was like they were floating in the pool or whatever, and then like they cheer with each other, and they one of them says like "see you tomorrow," and then like it ends. I think that would be really cool.
Dang, because they talk about like today's tomorrow and tomorrow's today.
Yeah, dude, hire us. That's what I'm saying. Where's my check in the mail?
We
I'll
come up
send you
with
my
one
extra.
idea, the whole movie, dude. Just I'll sign up. I'll sign this check right now.
Seriously. Sees a post tomorrow. I said that in a New York Times article that was written 1 year ago.
Yeah,
That's what we said.
that was our idea.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all. That's honestly all I have. What do you have?
Yeah, no, that's all I have too. I was gonna say like it's not really. I don't know. Maybe we need to watch it, or I personally like need to watch it more. But it doesn't really have a lot. It does, but it doesn't have a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
If that
yeah.
makes sense.
It's
It
a
like
fun
makes sense to
movie, and
us.
I don't think we want to dive down the hole. And I'm just taking it for like surface level. I think, other than
Exactly.
the timey stuff, but I think I think it's well written. I think it's funny, um, and I liked it. I mean, I would recommend it to people. So
Yeah. And for a movie that came out during 2020, it was one of the ones
God, yeah,
that did it well. Like they didn't charge you for it. They weren't like, like it wasn't like, oh, it's only in theaters for a little bit and then you'll have, like it was just like, yeah, put this shit on Hulu, fucking enjoy it, crack your beer and like
yeah.
watch. You know what I mean?
Our bar's
So
set so low now, dude.
exactly.
Literally, just
All we need,
they just put a picture of Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, it's a great movie.
exactly.
You did a great job.
Exactly. All it needs a release date. That's all we need. Oh, comes out June 5th. Great. I'm gonna see it.
God
That's it.
damn, dude. The world is coming back, guys, and
We're getting
slowly
there.
but surely, but it's getting close. I could taste it. You hear
I
you hear all
know.
the rumblings about things opening and movies are coming out. So
Don't be stupid though.
we just pray that freaking theaters stay open. They closed Draft
That it
House,
stays
dude. They
safe
closed
enough.
Draft House.
Oh, Draft House.
Alamo
What? You're lying.
everywhere. Done. Donezo.
All over the U.S. You're
Yep.
stop.
I'm not lying, dude. I never even went. I
Wow.
never even went in Tempe, dude. I never went.
Yeah, I've been. It was a good spot. Wow.
Well, very sad.
Sad realities. This is our time loop.
What's the place
What we've been
downtown?
fucking dealt with. Film bar.
Film bar. Are they still kicking?
Well, it's I don't know. It's like it closed, but it's not closed. They're going to be part of this new outdoor venue, I think, and
Hmm.
yeah. So
But
they're still
but they're
around,
still
but
gonna be around, like at least now, because Arizona's open as far as state legislature's concerned.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
There's
But
not even restrictions, dude, in theaters.
I know
But
that's why you should not go,
yeah,
please.
but I think, but I'm pretty certain all the theaters are still having the spaced out seating because, they don't want to look like idiots. They don't. They
Oh, that's
don't. They
good.
don't want the bad publicity. Like, it'd be the same thing with, um, if the government opened the whole country, right? But
Uh-huh.
the CDC still said like, no, this is wrong. I think
Oh,
companies
right.
would still would honor those things. Some wouldn't. There's always people that wouldn't. But I think like the big people like movie theaters and those things, I don't think they would let everyone sit next to each other. They would just get so much shit. They would lose a lot of business.
How much were the prices when you saw Tenet? How much was popcorn?
I don't
Did
know.
they?
I couldn't
Okay.
even recall.
I I didn't know if they like upped it.
I don't
They
think
up it
Harkins
every
hiked
month
it.
anyway.
I mean,
Okay, okay.
they're like a penny a month, you know? They're like, oh, you know.
Seriously, for an annual fee of $50, you can get unlimited refills.
Yeah, I don't think they did. You know what I do? I go in, I get my refill on my Coke, on
I
my
know.
cup, my
Got you.
loyalty cup. And
Your candies.
I would buy Zowers, but they don't sell them no more, so
I know. You got to get that new one. Sour Patch Watermelon if they have it. I know,
yeah,
bro.
but I got to throw them in the freezer for a sec. They're better
I didn't
cold,
know
man.
about. I know, dude.
You got to try them cold, dude.
I honestly, I've never even thought about that. So, good
Well,
idea.
next time you eat them, to put them in the freezer for like 20 minutes and then
All right.
or keep them in the fridge like all day. Well,
Okay.
that's it, man. That's all I got.
That's it.
We got to do
That's our loop.
shot. That is our loop. We got to do shots we love and shot scores. So I will let you go with shot you love, dude.
Shot. Okay. Well, can I go with like sequence I fucking love?
We always go with sequence. Just go.
I know we changed it. This movie, like, it's a pretty movie, but I think you need to watch this movie in sequence. It's not like you screenshot it and it's like, ooh. I mean, you can go with the poster, them in the tubes, but like, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I like the montage where they are like where she's kind of fucking around with the loop, and so they're like dressing up and going to the bar,
Mm-hmm.
dancing and like going outside and like driving and killing themselves basically. Like
Yeah.
it was a good like here's the relationship and here's the foundation of it, here's where we're going, and I think that was really smart, and like you said, good montages. So yeah.
Dang.
I know, bro.
I'm just gonna go with the funny shot that I like is when he's fucking standing in the trash can about to get blasted with an arrow. Like
Yeah,
it
like
just I don't
Jake.
know. The colors and that
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like it was something out of Lonely Island in a way. So
Yeah, it brought you back. Like it was
yeah.
nostalgia a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was funny, and that scene just stuck with me a little bit. And I do like the moment when they're on shrooms watching the dinosaurs too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was good. I also like when I think there's like a behind shot, so it's like when J.K. Simmons and then Andy are like sitting in the lawn chairs. There's like a behind the shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like them sitting in the lawn chairs and the camera's behind them. I like that.
Yeah.
Very somber and like yeah, just the what it captured. It was really cool.
It set that mood. I think the camera work was actually secretly good in this movie.
Yeah, low key.
And
Like
the colors too. Like I don't know, but
yeah. Well, in the wardrobe, it goes to the wardrobe for sure.
yeah. Shot score. If you're new and you listen this far, congratulations, you've made it to the shot score. 0 shots being the best movie we've ever seen, and 5 shots being blacked out drunk. What are you gonna give it, Nicole?
You already know what I'm gonna give it.
Dude, I swear, dude.
Not a 0. It's not a 0. I'm
right.
giving it a 1. It is a 1-shotter.
Yeah.
I need a little shot. That's all.
1-shotter for sure. And I'm with you right there. 1 shot.
Nice. Finally,
that's
a good
2
movie.
in a row, guys. 2 good things in a row we done.
That's crazy. This is a first. You won't see this again.
Time to go spill ass on a movie now.
Next week we're doing King Kong.
Oh my god. Skull Island or whatever.
No,
Kong.
please. Well, shit. Tom Hiddleston's in that. I would watch just for Tom. No lie.
He's in the one with Jack Black?
Oh.
Which one are you talking about?
I don't know which one I'm talking about.
There's like 100 of them. That's what I'm like.
Exactly. I don't know.
Oh man.
Am I thinking of Tart? No, I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking about.
Just get off the air before we embarrass ourselves any further.
It's bad no matter how you look at it.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening to the Film Crawl episode on Palm Springs. We both really enjoyed it. It would have been really fun to watch this with you, Nicole. I think this would have been
I
a fun
know,
movie.
dude. I need to go over and watch a movie or something with you.
Dude, we'll set up the guest room, just stay in quarantine up here, dude.
I know, dude. The door's always open. You and Brooke.
But thank you guys so much for listening, and let us know on our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube in the comment section at the Film Crawl what you guys thought of Palm Springs if you've seen it, and
Yeah.
would you rather be in the loop or be immortal and be the most boring motherfucker ever in existence?
Not be a boring person
Okay, you
yourself.
can't enjoy nothing. just
Exactly.
just a walking potato, dude.
There you go. Yep.
That would be a fun debate. And if you don't listen to Pod Part 2, make sure to go over to their channel and watch their episode. They actually invent sequels to movies, so you can listen to our take and then go over there and listen to what the sequel would be, which would be interesting.
Yes, recommended order of viewing in Crawler Media. Us, and then Pod Part 2.
When we share episodes, I think that works, because then it's like you can go further in the episode.
Because we're Spoiler City over here. That's us. That's why you come to us.
Yep. And then they're gonna make a sequel. Awesome.
Who are we?
But with that, guys, that's all we have for the episode today. And with the crazy week going on, like I said earlier, we don't really know what's coming out next week.
Yeah.
So make sure to be following so you guys can stay up to date. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.